day to you. My name is Alexander. I'm the head instructor of Aikijujutsu at the Tora and Tsume School of Martial Arts. Today I'm at Hertz MMA, and I'm going to go over the first 12 basic self-defense techniques of Aikijujutsu. Here I'm accompanied by my good friend Ronnie. He's a student here of Mr. Joey Hurt, the head instructor at Hertz MMA, and he's going to be helping me out. He's going to be my uke today. So, say hi. And you can talk, man. Like,
hello.
There we go. Like, I'm not just talking to a camera. There's going to be people that are going to watch this. Right, so, first time from the camera like this?
Like this?
Yeah. You get used to it after a while. But anyway, the takeaway from today in these first 12 techniques teaches reinforces what we call the self-defense roadmap. Okay. Now, what's happening in the technique is very idolized. Do not expect it to happen as prescribed if you actually have to apply the techniques. Right? As a matter of fact, the techniques aren't really that important. What is important are the 6 keys to the self-defense roadmap. Okay? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get off the line of attack. Okay? So you have to get off the X. Okay? Step number 2 is you have to bridge with your opponent. Right? So every time our opponent touches us or we touch our opponent, we have to get that physical sense of where they are, what they're doing. Right? After that, we have to stun our opponent, right? Because there is no waza, there is no technique without a Tsume. I have to get his mind off of what he's trying to do to me and what I'm trying to do to him. And the way I do that is by administering a little bit of pain. So I do that with a Tsume. After that, I'm going to apply a joint locking technique. And you'll see me do a myriad of joint locking techniques. And that is to disrupt his structure. We're going to start breaking down his structure, right? Breaking down his structure makes it so his attacks are going to be less effective and it's going to be easy for me to throw, which leads me into my 5th key, right? The takedown or the throw, right? I have to ground my opponent. It's much easier for me to run away if I'm down and he's up, right? He's got to get up to try and chase me, right? Because I'm big and I don't run that fast and I can't run very long, so I have to hurt him as much as possible because you look at him, he's definitely got better cardio than I do, okay? And then our final key is ending the engagement, right? So that can be everything from just disengaging, backing off, right? I don't want any more of this, up to ending this man's life, right? Hopefully we never ever have to do that, right? So, but that's the spectrum, everything in between, from backing off, immobilization, submission, breaking something, ending his life, knocking unconscious. Let's call it knocking unconscious, right? That type. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the techniques, right? I'm going to walk you through a single technique, our first technique, so you understand the keys and what to look for, right? So we're going to measure off, just form a waza, right? And do our mutual respect. So karate begins and ends with Ray, right? So we're just going to take it a step at a time, right? So cross hand grab, he's going to step back to make his attack, okay? So he grabbed me, that was his aggressive action, and then he's going to punch, right? So if I don't get off this line, I eat the punch, right? So first move is get off that X. Second move, right, because he's got a hold of me, I don't want him to go anywhere, so I'm going to bridge with my opponent. Third technique, I'm going to stun my opponent, right? Have to get him not thinking about this wrist, right? Next technique, or next key, I'm going to do my joint locking technique. You see it starts to break his structure. That's exactly what I want. Now, this particular waza has a second Tsume because he's getting close to me, right? So I'm going to hit him again just to make sure I have him thinking about something else other than that hand, right? So I hit him again, and then we ground our opponent, right? I'm just riding that lock all the way to the ground. At this point, we're going to end the engagement. I can back off, right? I can sit here and I can kneel on him. I can dislocate the shoulder, right? Or I can sit down there and make him submit some sort of way. So those are the keys you're going to be looking for, and it's going to be in that sort of fashion, okay? So the 12 waza are just to reinforce those 6 keys. What we really want to get out of all the techniques of Aiki is just those 6 keys, right? If we can move off the X, if we can bridge with our opponent, if we can stun our opponent, if we can apply a joint locking technique, throw our opponent, and then end the engagement, right, we're doing good, right? We're doing good. Those are the only things that we want to learn. Every technique is meant to support that and make you more dynamic. That's it. So recapping, right? We're going to move off the X. We're going to bridge with our opponent. We're going to stun our opponent, right? A Tsume. We're going to have to strike them because there is no waza without a Tsume. We're going to apply a joint locking technique. We're going to ground our opponent, throw them to the ground, and then we're going to end the engagement. So hopefully you've got a lot out of today's presentation, and we want to thank you for watching. Right? So thank you, Ronnie. Thank you. Thanks.